One team already out of contention here in our PVL All-Filipino Conference, but they tried to end their campaign on a strong note. Meanwhile, another team looking to fight for survival. They need to be flawless in order to finally make it to the semifinals here in our tournament, as we give you our final match of this Thursday triple header between the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers and the PLDT High-Speed Hitters inside the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City. Thank you for joining us here on Pilipinas Live on One Sports and on One Sports Plus. Tip de Bianco alongside Jamie Levitory and also Alexis Tinsay as our courtside reporter for this one. Jamie, based on paper, on the standings, these two teams look like they're evenly matched up.
That's right. These two teams have shown moments of and glimpses of hope and greatness. So it's very important that this match, the team that will win today is the team that has those in-game adjustments.
There's only one game separating these two as we take a look at the team standings right now towards the tail end of our tournament, where we're still trying to figure out who will get to that fourth spot in our semifinals.
That's right, and on the top we have the Creamline Cool Smashers, Chocomucho Flying Titans, and the Cherry Tigo Crossovers. Now these three teams have sealed the deal in terms of securing a semi spot. Now in terms of the PLDT High-Speed Hitters, this is a must-win situation for them. And for the F2 Logistics, you did mention this earlier, they are eliminated from the semis, but from the looks of their last match against the Cherry Tigo Crossovers, they played a steady match but had a difficult time in endgame. So I'm sure this game they'll step up.
I'm sure they want to exit their conference on a high note, talking about the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers. Meanwhile, for the PLDT High-Speed Hitters, no room for error anymore in their final two games here in our tournament. Pag-usapan natin una yung F2 Logistics and their previous matchup, of course, Aragalang. Arguably, this is her best conference since their team joined the Premier Volleyball League.
That's right. Now, Dip, I had the pleasure of covering that match between F2 and Cherry, and it brought back flashbacks to Aragalang's peak form back in college. Now, Galang scored 16 points just alone in the third set, targeting the corner pockets of Zone 1 and 5, giving the crossovers difficulty in defense. Now, Galang has shown veteran moves in her past matches. Now, let's see if Galang can shine once again against the high-speed hitters.
A resurgence from Aragalang of how she was back in her collegiate days in LaSalle, showing us here in the F2 Logistics uniform here in the PVL. Lipat tayo sa kabila for PLDT High-Speed Hitters. Their rookie having a stellar debut, Savvy Davison, having the time of her life, had the career high in their last game.
That's right. Adjusting to the volleyball system of the Philippines, Davidson has made a name for herself in the high-speed hitters. Now playing with no fear, empowering through the block of her opponent, Davidson has proven to be the all-around gem for her squad. Now against the Flying Titans, Savvy was unfazed and had a total of 31 points and 18 excellent receptions.
Playing like a true veteran in her squad despite being a rookie here in the PVL. And you mentioned not just on the offensive side but also on the reception and the defensive side for PLDT. Let's talk about the spotlight, the matchup that we will watch out for in this game. The two liberos for F2 and PLDT, Don Makandili Katindig and Kat Arado.
That's right. This is a great matchup of liberos, both veteran liberos at that. Now, Don showcased a 72% receiving efficiency, but not only does Don stabilize the first ball and rally up her team, Don is the born leader, boosting the morale of her team, especially when things don't go their way. Now, on this side of Kat Arado, she's always alert and manning the back row, and she had 32 digs against the Flying Titans.
This is going to be a great matchup to look forward to in our premier spotlight of the liberos. We're talking about Don Makandili Katindig and Kat Arado for F2 and PLDT respectively. All right, let's bring in our third member of our broadcast team, Alexis Tinsay. Alexis, you want to find out, no, PLDT, they're lacking players for this game, and also F2, I know they want to look forward to their holidays, especially this is their last game already in the conference.
Dip and Jamie, you are right on that. Actually, I got to talk to Coach Ralden on the side of the PLDT squad. Erica Santos and Rhea de Macolangan are not suited up for today's game due to minor injuries that are currently undergoing observation. But fear not, Jules Samonte and Angela Gashon are actually stepping up to the plate para naman sa kupunan ng F2. Coach Reg is actually excited to have a grand Christmas party and also Christmas vacation because this is indeed F2's last match. Manalo daw or matalo, it's all about the sisterhood that they've built. And with that, you know what, talking about a rising star and also an icon, paano ba naging icon ng isang Aragalang? Let's take it from Erica Santos.
Take it from me, Aragalang is premier. Yung mga signature niya na mga palo, yung mga no-look. And yun nga, knowing Ate Ara kasi since nagkasama kami sa training, marami akong natutunan sa kanya. Even though hindi siya ganun katangkad and yung mga standard na volleyball player, sobrang passionate siya and dedicated siya sa mga ginagawa niya. Decision making niya and yung mga diskarte niya kasi hindi namin ma-predict kung ano yung gagawin niya next sa mga bola. May times na papaloy niya na malakas, tapos bigla magugulat na lang kami na babagsak na lang sa harap namin. Si Ate Ara, overall siya kasi pwede siyang mag-defense, sa net, palo, blocking. So parang lahat pwedeng matutunan sa kanya. Masyaga si Ate Ara hindi siya susuko hanggat hindi niya nakukuha yung mga gusto niya. Hi Ate Ara, ready na kami para makalaban kayo. Since dati kasama lang namin kayo sa training, ngayon sa ibang side naman ng court.
At totoo naman na talagang madaming sorpresang makukuha dito sa F2 Logistics Cargo Movers. At the same time, from the PLDT high-speed hitters, we see Erica here on the screen. And with that, we are just really so excited to interact with our lively and dedicated, of course, always online and active fans. And with that, we'd love to engage with you via the Pilipinas Live app. We actually have a poll below your stream asking who will make the most successful blocks tonight. Again, who will make the most successful blocks tonight? Will it be Majoy Baron or Del Palomata? And with that, we have an exciting match ahead. Don't forget to answer the poll here tonight. And also, we shouldn't forget to use the hashtag PVL2023. Go get your tweets on the broadcast. And at the same time, we can't wait to hear your thoughts here.
We'll let the viewers answer that over on Pilipinas Live. The question once again, who will get the most blocks in this matchup? Well, Alexis, Jamie, and I can't wait for the matchup between F2 and PLDT here on Pilipinas Live and One Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing our officials for this match. Our first referee, Bobby Celso, national referee. Second referee is Erlindo Eusebio, national referee. And now let's meet the starters. First, for the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers. Middle blocker from De La Salle University, number 2, team captain Abby Marano. Center also from La Salle, number 1, Mars Alba. Opposite hitter from the National University, number 3, Ivy Laxina. Outside spiker from La Salle, number 4, Ara Galang. Outside spiker from the National University, number 6, Myla Pablo. Middle blocker from La Salle, number 10, Madjoy Baron. Starting libero also from La Salle, number 5, Don Macandini Katindig. Head coach for F2 is Regine Diego. And now the starters for the PLDT high-speed hitters. Middle blocker from De La Salle University, number 3, team captain Mika Reyes. Opposite hitter from the Ateneo de Manila University, number 4, Jules Samonte. Outside spiker from the University of Oklahoma, number 6, Savannah Davison. Middle blocker from the University of St. La Salle, number 13, Del Palomata. Outside spiker from the University of Perpetual Health System Delta, number 15, Royce Tubino. Center from Arellano University, number 21, Ange Legacion. Starting libero from the University of the East, number 8, Kat Arado. And the head coach for PLDT is Rald Ricafort. This game is held under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Abuses Board. F2 Logistics versus PLDT.
Here are your starters. Start a new way to watch the PVL via the Pilipinas Live app. For Filipinos everywhere, download and subscribe now for 149 pesos. As we take a look at the starters for the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers. It's actually Myla Pablo
That's
who
right.
is starting for the Cargo Movers in this match. Meanwhile, for the PLDT high-speed hitters, Jules Samonte also getting the starting nod for Coach Rald Ricafort, and also Ange Legacion will be the setter for this one as we welcome you all to our coverage of the PVL second All-Filipino Conference here on Pilipinas Live, One Sports and on One Sports Plus. Dip Dipianco with Jamie La Victoria calling this match, and Alexis Tinsay is our courtside reporter. We are live at the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig, and we are down to our final game of this Thursday triple header. It's been a long day. First one was a 5-setter between Galleries, High Risers, and of course Jerflor, and then followed by that 4-setter between Creamline and Akari. Meanwhile, first point goes to PLDT.
Now, Dip, when you look at F2 and PLDT, it's not your usual first 6 you have here. Legacion is in for Rhea D. Mac, and that will completely change the offense, right, of the PLDT high-speed hitters. And we also have Jules Samonte now starting in as the opposite. So let's see how this will unfold.
Right. Majority of this conference, we've seen Rhea D. Mocolangan as the starting setter for PLDT. But Ange Legacion will have more minutes in this game, as well as Jules Samonte. Meanwhile, first point for F2 Logistics. We've talked about the situation for these two teams. For F2, Jamie, they're just looking to end their conference strong and with a win. And then for PLDT, you know, a bit close, but they need to be flawless for them to have a chance at the 4th spot.
That's right. They have to win the remaining games. This is a very crucial match between F2. Now, F2, they are not able to make the semis, but I'm sure they want to end on a high note. And I did mention this earlier in the pregame. I had the pleasure of covering their match against Cherry Tigo, and I mean, that match lasted in 5 sets. Ara Galang had 22 points, peak form. It gave me flashbacks to back in college.
Yeah. Before we get to more of these two teams, let's send this to Alexis Tinsay for this report. Alexis.
Dip and Jamie, Savvy Davison with 31 glassing points from last match is on her way to continue what she does best, which is to not overcomplicate things and keep her head above water despite the challenging matches. For Savvy, it is through the wins at the start of the season and the losses they've gone through recently that will all in all form the identity and reveal what PLDT is made of. In fact, Savvy's dad just flew in from Toronto yesterday to support her last few games here in the PVL. Just beside Savvy's dad is her long-term boyfriend, rooting for her all the way. This report is brought to you by the Pilipinas Live app. Get the most extensive PVL coverage in just one app. Live in main view, multicam, and fan stream. The games are now available on Google Play, Apple Store, via PiliPinasLive.com. And with that, Majoy Baron serves the ball.
Thank you, Alexis, for that report. It's always nice to have added motivation, inspiration, supporting you all the way. And Savvy's dad is here, boyfriend as well, supporting her in this match.
That's right. Very fulfilling to have your loved ones being here live. More motivation, like you just mentioned.
She had a career high in that last matchup for PLDT against Chocomucho. She hopes to have somewhat the same performance in this one. She goes for the attack. It's back with the black shirts. Palomata Stern. Oh, but there was a buzzer sounded right before the point of Palomata. I think they're clarifying the rotation on that one, so our officials will discuss right before Palomata supposedly attacked. There was a buzzer, so we're trying to clarify and see ano yung tawag doon.
So Legacion was setting Palomata a back quick attack. And we're still trying to figure out what the call is.
And the captains.
Patay na rin yung bola nung nag-buzzer. So, nagkamali lang siya ng pindot. Dito ko na ibibigay yung bola. Okay? Sa inyo. Hey!
Ano nangyari?
Patay siya. Walang violation. Nagkamali lang siya. Pero nung pag-buzzer niya, patay na rin yung bola.
Ano, parang pinanini yung game eh.
Hindi. Actually, nakadikit na naman yung bola sa floor. Magkasunod lang. So, dito ko na i-award.
Right, so we heard the discussion of our first referee with the captains. It was a mistake on the buzzer. And right before that, actually, PLDT was already supposed to score.
Yes, from the attack of Palomata.
So it will be service of the high-speed hitters. Abby Maranyo is still trying to clarify with our officials.
And I think Abby wants that play to be called a dead ball.
Yeah.
So it's just another redo.
Teka lang. Kami lang mag-uusap.
Sabi, wala naman yung kaya siya nag-buzzer. Akala niya.
Sige, para wala problema dito.
Because, right, I believe that should be the call because it's only fair to have it called a dead ball in that rally.
Yeah, so I don't think there's going to be
None.
a point awarded for PLDT. We just replay the point. You see, still, despite F2 not really in contention, but they want.
Yes, every point matters at this point.
Every point matters. Shows they're being competitive in this tournament. So we resume play with Jules Samonte serving for PLDT 3-all here in set number 1. Just a bit of confusion in that one, but play continues. Alba will toss it to Laxina.
Inside.
That's very much inside on the rejection of PLDT.
That's a great timing of the block of PLDT. Ivy Laxina thought that the block was actually going outside, didn't realize in terms of court awareness that it was in.
Samonte will serve once again, 4-3. Alba upset. Maranyo on the running spike, and that's inside for Abby Maranyo.
That is a short running attack by Abby Maranyo. Classic one at that. Let's see that replay. Good cross-court attack by Abby. Do expect Alba constantly feeding Abby Maranyo and having Palomata move.
Davison attacks. Pablo able to get a touch, but F2 sends that out. And point goes to PLDT.
That's a great swing by Savannah Davison, who scored 31 points in their last match. Talk about wrist action targeting Myla Pablo.
5 serving 4 here in the opening set. Good serve. Alba had to bend on that one. And even that one, Legashon able to get a point for PLDT.
Legashon, I mean, she's not the tallest of setters here in the PVL, but just the timing. Also, the speed of the dig of Davison allowed her to go for that 1-2 play.
So this is the final last 2 games of PLDT. She can show what she's got. Tobino sent back. Oh, that's an attack error.
Tobino trying to go for that down the line. Just a little low in that rally.
Now serving for F2 Logistics, Ivy
Laxina will serve for F2. Her team down by 1 point. Not the best receive there. It will end up as a free ball for F2. Alba goes to Maraño and just placing that one.
I mentioned this earlier. Alba will be giving Abby Maraño the majority of the attacks. They know that Pat Arado is in the back, so she wants to give her a difficult time.
Maraño leads all F2 scorers so far with 3 points. And we are tied at 6 apiece.
Nice serve.
Legashon, upset to Palomata. Just the right height for them.
That's right, height and might by Palamata. Legashon doing a great job of activating her middles early on in this match.
Both setters actually, you know?
Yep, being strategic in their movements and strategy, forcing the defensive patterns to be a little shaky.
Our question is, which will get more blocks, but these middle attackers are going for scoring in terms of their spikes.
Good strategy amongst both setters here, Legashon and Alba. Alba being that best setter of the UAP, just doing a great job of also knowing her setters and knowing the specific set that they want.
Yeah, Legashon able to get to that second ball, but Nika Reyes unable to send it over. So F2 takes the lead here in set number 1. No team in control so far in the early goings of this match. Arado will set up the play. Tobino goes up. Pablo picks it up. Alba goes to Baron. The dive by Arado. But Tobino sends that long.
A little too strong. And also, the PLDT high-speed hitters need to understand that when Baron is in the front row, a lot of her attacks are those swipe attacks where it's near the 10-foot line. So they really have to stay low on defense.
9 serving 7. Better first ball for Davison. Here comes Royce. Alba upset. Pablo. The drop. Picked up by Samonte. Tobino. Dug up by Laxina. Galang will bump it. Oh, but that's a tough set.
That's right, out of system play from the F2 Logistics. It's not the easiest of attacks, especially coming from zone 1 with that bump set.
Now serving Ange Legashon.
Legashon out of Arellano University serving 8-9. Baron able to get that one.
Now this is what I mentioned earlier. When Baron is in the front row, you really have to stay low in defense. Now take a look at the location of her attack. It's near the 10-foot line. So that's actually the ball of Arado or Legashon.
Yeah, and she was just towering over the blockers of PLDT on that one.
Nice serve.
Legashon back set, Samonte. Return to sender. And F2 is now up by 3.
He'll block on the side of the F2 Logistics, blocking Jules Samonte.
Alba serves for the Cargo Movers. Legacion upset, Tobino. Picked up by Alba. Katindig bumps it. Galang on the drop. Backer attack for Davison. Kept alive by F2. Another chance for the high-speed hitters. They go to Reyes, still nothing. Alba to Pablo. Short. Easily sent back by Mika Reyes.
Myla Pablo going for that off-speed attack, but the blocking of PLDT read that easily.
PLDT cuts the lead down to 2 points as Royce Tobino heads to the service line. Good serve. Katindig chases and saves it. Chance here for PLDT. They go to Davison.
Wow.
Oh. That one already a point.
Yep. That's a great swing from Davison, and that's the set dip that she likes from Legacion. Not too high, not too low, and no blocking on the side of FG.
Yeah.
But on very late in that rally.
Oh, they're down by 1 point. Alba goes to Galang. Tobino was there. Davison again.
Wow.
Down the line she goes.
Davison really coming into her own in this first set. Take a look at the location of the set by Legacion. It's near the antenna, just the way she likes it, so she can go for that down the line.
Ties the game up at 11 all. Alba, the one-hand set. Picked up by Legacion. It's back with F2. Medyo mababa.
Yep.
Arado sends it to Davison again. Going for her third straight point, but this time it's wide.
Davison trying to go yet again to the down the line corner pocket, but just a little bit overcooked in that rally.
12 serving 11. Legacion back sets. Samonte gets a point.
Now, this is the first time that Samonte started in this match. That's a great set from Legacion. Not too high, not too low. Perfect near the net from Jules Samonte.
So we are at the deadlock once again. 12 all. Mika Reyes serves for PLDT. Oh, that's a short one. And a free point given up to F2. Which brings us to our technical timeout. The Cargo Movers up by 1. Download Pilipinas Live and get free 7-day premium access. Enjoy the NBA, PBA, UAAP, and the PVL along with highlights, updates, and original programs. We're back inside the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig. We take a look at the premier spotlight between the liberos, Don Makandili-Katindig and Kath Arado.
Now, both liberos do such a great job of manning the back. They are very alert and they always stabilize the first ball and also dip in terms of digging. Without their perfect digs to the setter, they would not be able to run the offense smoothly. So kudos to the liberos we have here, both veteran liberos at that. Dawn showcasing a 72% receiving efficiency in her last game, and Kath Arado with 32 digs.
Incredible numbers for Don Makandili-Katindig and Kath Arado. Both have won Best Libero Awards back in their collegiate days. Majoy Baron serves for F2. As Samonte gets another point.
Now this is the second time that Samonte has targeted that cross-court attack. Alba having a little confusion there in that rally.
And no team pulling away here, James, here in set number 1.
Seesaw battle between both squads.
13 all. Samonte will serve. She's got 3 points to her name.
Wow.
Galang is rejected.
Now I'm sure the PLDT high-speed hitters studied the movements, the patterns of Ada Galang. Take a look at Davison timing that perfectly down the line. And Galang's attacks dip have gone in the corner pocket in zone 1 and zone 5. So I'm sure Kat Arado and the defense of the PLD high-speed hitters is very prepared in today's match.
Another check there. F2 goes back row to Pablo. Legacion
Stepping.
goes back to Davison, who finds the hole.
Very deceiving approach by Davison. Very explosive approach at that. Going for that last-minute decision of that drop ball. Look at that elevation. Wow. Athleticism as well.
All of a sudden, PLDT is up by 2 points. After that technical timeout, 3 straight for the high-speed hitters. Samonte continues to serve. Maraño, good take by Arado. Davison again.
Wow. I mean, not the strongest of attacks in that rally, but going for that down the line. Very delicate touch actually by Davison. Nothing too flashy, very simple play.
Avoiding the defense of F2. Which prompts Coach Regine Diego to call for time.
Huwag ka munang papasok. Yun ang usapan. Ikaw ang kuha ng drop ball. Ikaw ang kuha ng naintindihan. Sa quick, wala silang block sa quick kasi si Legacion, basic siya ni isa pang even. So yung middle, walang bantay. Naintindihan? Walang bantay masyado. May play kayo. Pwede naman open, check out na labas. F2!
The best cheer dancing competition in the country is back. Catch the UAAP Season 86 Cheer Dance Competition on December 2, 2 p.m. at the Mall of Asia Arena. Watch it live on One Sports, UAAP Varsity Channel, and Pilipinas Live. That's this Saturday, happening at the Mall of Asia Arena. As you take a look at the F2 players watching from the stands. And again, PLDT scores 5 straight now.
That was not a very strong attack by Ivy Laxina, but Legacion and Palamanta just timing it perfectly. Actually touching the hands of Palamanta. She's one of the tallest strikers here in PLDT, so it's important that Ivy avoids her hands, maybe go for that cross-court attack.
Well, Davison got a touch on that. It's back with F2. Ivy again. Picked up by Samonte. Davison goes up. And that is another point for Savannah Davison.
And to think that Dawn was actually in the right defensive spot, but the power swing, the firepower rather, by Davison, just too strong for Dawn in that rally.
De La Cruz will check in for Ivy Laxina here in set number 1. F2 making a change here as they find themselves down by 5. Alba goes to Galang, and that's wide.
Good color challenge here. Check a touch block here. Combination play by Mars Alba.
And they're gonna check that, but also because Coach Stretch already used her timeout, right? Just to wait for her to maybe regroup. Itong cargo movers.
Mabilis din yung drop. Kailangan tayo paikutin yung Davison sa likod. Guys, the more na hindi tayo punto, hindi tayo dapat ma-frustrate na nawawala tayo. Ma-frustrate tayo na ginagandaan natin yung skills natin. Okay? Ganun lang. Hindi pwede yung makakal nyo na eh. Hindi. Akala
take a look at that. Ooh.
No block touch. Clean attack by Galang, but too wide that rally. But Dip, I want to highlight that timeout that they just had. Abby Marano being that emotional leader, really talking to her squad about when you don't get the point, it's the more that you should not get frustrated and, you know, stay positive, because even if they're down 6 points, I mean, the score's until 25.
Yeah, and they need to get a point because finally they do. It was a 7-0 run prior to that one.
Wow.
And Coach Reg was saying we have to send Savannah at the back row.
Yep.
She's been scoring in bunches here.
That's right. You see a double substitution here. Kaf in and Fernandez.
Joey Fernandez checking in for F2.
14 serving 19. Serving for the Cargo Movers, Kim Fajardo.
Kim Fajardo will serve for F2. They're down by 5 points. 14-19. Legacion goes to Davison. Picked up by Fajardo. Fernandez sent back. Fernandez wants it again, and again another block for PLDT.
Too easy on the side of PLDT. Palamata just timing the block perfectly against Fernandez. Let's see that replay. It's like an umbrella dip.
Yeah.
Timing. Too easy for PLDT.
You may have entered the game, but we can't let you score just yet.
Yep.
Rado with a one-hand dig. We go to Palomata.
To give credit to Legacion here for activating her middles and just the timing of setting Palamata. See a hole in the defense in the corner pocket, zone 5.
She seems really comfortable.
Yes.
Talking about Legacion.
Yes. And she is a vet setter. And she used to be the backup of Rhea in other leagues as well. So she is the right person to step up after Rhea.
Well, you know, she is just ready whenever her name is called.
Yep.
It's showing here in set number 1. Meanwhile, F2 responds.
Great swing by Fernandez.
As she won't be denied on the other side.
Yep.
And De La Cruz will be the one to serve for F2, 15-21. They go to Tobino. Fajardo sends it to Pablo. Myla able to score.
Myla being successful in that rally, going for that down the line. Palamata a little bit late in terms of blocking. Fajardo fooling Palamata actually. Palamata thought that Kaf was going for the middle there. Smart play.
Legacion goes back to Tobino. Fajardo read that one. Katindig sends it to Pablo again. Easy over. Fajardo bumps it. Pablo again, and she scores.
Now Pablo has this pattern of being successful in terms of those out-of-system plays. You see Kaf going for that bump set. Great spot, touching the outer hand of Legacion.
De La Cruz continues to serve for F2. Coming off the bench. A good one.
Nice serve.
And this will be a free ball for F2. Fajardo goes middle to Marano.
A little too low.
No check, but they will challenge this one. You see, someone altered that shot attack of Abby Marano.
That was a little too low by Kaf.
But they need this point.
Yep.
They're trying to crawl back here in set number 1.
Para nakita natin kung saan siya umiikot. So wala siyang pasa.
Sige lang. Kumesa lang ito.
Check out this replay off of that challenge. A block touch is what F2 is asking for.
No block touch. Could have been a strategic challenge here, having The F2 Logistics regroup. It also adds as another timeout.
Clearly no touch. And it's a 5-point advantage for the high-speed hitters here in set number 1. Palomata serves. Good first ball by De La Cruz. Fajardo goes to Pablo.
That's a beautiful set from CAF. Reverse set at that. No blocking on the side of the high-speed hitters. Pablo going down the line, actually touching the elbow of Jules Samonte in that rally.
4-point game. Maranyo with a serve.
See, they're targeting Davison.
Yeah. Davison says, I can't receive that one well, but I can surely get a point.
Yep. The past few sequences, they have been targeting Davison. Much heavier serves on the side of F2, but great timing on that attack. Majoy Boron was actually there to touch it, but a lack of press in that rally.
PLDT 2 points away from taking the opening set. Fajardo upset to Pablo. Myla. She's been scoring as of late year for F2 Logistics.
Myla Pablo being successful in that rally, targeting the hands of Jules Samonte.
You like that she was inserted in the starting lineup.
Yep,
of
yep.
F2.
And usually she would come off the bench,
Yeah.
but today she's starting.
And she leads all scorers here
Nice serve.
with 6. Legacion goes to Samonte. That was a nice set.
Wow. Beautiful bump set by Legacion. Beautiful swing by Jules Samonte, targeting the zone 1 area, that cross-court attack. And that area has been successful for Jules Samonte. We've seen trouble here on the side of F2 in terms of zone 1 and zone 2 in their defense.
5 set points for PLDT, cut down to 4.
Now the set of CAF was actually a little bit too low for Majoy Baron, but I mean, a point is a point. You have to adjust to whatever set you're given.
Yeah.
Just swiping it in the corner pocket.
F2 needs to score 4 straight. Legacion backsets again to Samonte. Katindig saves it. Fajardo goes to De La Cruz. Again, Dawn with the coverage. And that one drops, but Coach Ralph Ricafort seeing something that we may have seen too.
Yep, foot fault by Myla Pablo in that rally.
Yeah, and I think they know it.
And for those that don't know, foot fault is when a spiker goes into the approach and their foot actually touches the 10-foot line.
Yeah.
So you have to be behind the 10-foot line.
When you're placed at the back row for that rotation.
Yeah, for a back row attack, yeah.
So if this is successful, we end set number 1 with PLDT getting this one. Well, let's see if they will need to score a point still, or will this end on this foot fault challenge by the high-speed hitters. We mentioned that they have to be perfect on their run in the last 2 games. I think it helps also, Jamie, that it would be nice if they win in straight sets, right?
That's right.
At all the points they can get.
Yep.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
That is so close.
It's not, but
That is
super,
so
super close.
And F2
Wow.
still alive.
Very lucky.
Here in set number 1.
PLDT will not argue that call. They saw it.
And Shola Alvarez will replace Myla Pablo before she even steps on the line.
Yep, yep.
For sure.
Now this is a crucial side out for PLDT because F2 actually has the momentum right now.
21-24, that's a good serve. Davison for the finish, not just yet. Fajardo goes to Baron. Picked up by Legacion. Arado bumps it back to Savannah. Shola was there. Jolene on the approach. Arado with a save. Davison again, the tip. It's not kept alive by M2, and PLDT finally gets set number 1.
That's a smart play by Davison. Constantly going for that cross-court attack that down the line, but take a look at the variety of attacks here with that drop ball. Smart play.
He fooled the defense of
Yep.
F2. Going short on that one as the PLDT high-speed hitters take set number 1, 25-21.
Jump.
New streaming experiences also await via the Pilipinas Live app, available for Filipinos everywhere. Download and subscribe now for only 149 pesos. Set 1 just finished. And PLDT getting that one over F2 25-21. What did you see that PLDT did right in that opening set, Jamie?
Now, Dip, I have to give credit to their setter, Legastion, for activating the middles early and really fooling the block and defense on the side of F2. Great production by Palamata, Samonte, and Davison. Now, in terms of the F2 cargo movers, I think consistency is what's lacking in the first set. And also in terms of a lot of their attacks are not being converted into points, as PLDT had quite a few blocks that was able to gain that momentum for their side.
We know that Rhea de Mocolangan and Erica Santos would be suited up in this match. But Legastion stepping up to the plate. Also Jules Samonte as we take a look at the numbers in that set number 1.
Now there you see 5 blocks on the side of PLDT and only 2 on the side of Cargo, of the F2 cargo movers. And those 6 airs as well by the cargo movers. And what we don't see on your screens is also the timing of those airs, the blocks. And those are the moments that can possibly halt your momentum or increase or elevate your game more.
You see the errors of F2 more than PLDT here in set number 1. And the blocking of PLDT.
That's right. They had a lot of blocks when Legastion and Palamata were in the front row, when Myla Pablo was on the left pin. So let's see how F2 will differentiate their variety of attacks here. Maybe go more sharp cross-court or going for that corner pocket down the line.
Set number 2 underway here on Pilipinas Live and One Sports. Dip Dipianco alongside Jamie La Victoria calling this match. And we also have Alexis Tinsay giving us the updates and reports. In terms of attacking in set number 1, it was Myla Pablo and Savannah Davison going at it in the opening set.
Wow, I mean, great production by both of them. 50% on the side of Pablo and 57 by Davison. We saw spectacular plays by Davison, actually towering over the block. Let's see if she will shine more in this second set. PLDT cannot take F2 lightly in their last match against the Cherry Tigo crossovers. Aragalang had a lot of attacks in the corner pocket, zone 1 and zone 5, and I haven't seen any of those actually, which means that the blocking of PLDT is doing a good job.
Yeah, both teams coming from 5 setters in their previous matches, both also losing that one.
Yep.
It's been a 4-game losing skid for F2. Meanwhile, for PLDT, 3-game losing streak. So, the BC looking to end that slump. No slump so far for Davison, who's got 10 points already in this game.
Pablo trying to target the hands of the block of PLDT, but just a little overcooked in that rally.
3 serving 1. Galang will be the one to set it up. Pablo on the push.
It's actually a miscue on the side of Arado and Tubino. Arado thought that the drop ball would actually go near the 10-foot line. You can see that she moved forward there, but actually went behind her.
2 serving 3 here in the second set. Pablo with a serve. Legacion goes to Reyes. Reyes again. Galang will go up. Legacion goes back to Mika. PLDT another try at it. Samonte this time. Coverage was there. Davison. Oh. Tried to cut it on that shot.
Tried to go for that cut shot. Going in that zone 4. I believe this is her first attack error that we've seen in this entire match. Steady performance by Davison.
3-all here in set number 2. Good first ball by Tubino.
Nice set.
And Samonte scores off the block as we send this to Alexis Tensai for this report. Alexis?
Dip and Jamie for the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers and Middle Blockers. Ivy Laxina with an impressive 19 points last match. Told me that she's determined to finish strong with a victory. And with that, for them, treating this final match as like a championship, which is the key to success. For Ivy, one thing she discovered about herself this conference is the power of being able to adjust in terms of crucial moments. Taas noo imbis na laglag balikat. Moreover, taking care of their overall body health. Middle blocker Majoy Baron, on the other hand, is also happy that they will be able to rest and recover for a long time as to prepare fully for the next PVL conference. And with that, Dip and Jamie, naka-eye focus sila for the next conference. This report is brought to you by the Pilipinas Live app. Get the most extensive PVL coverage in just one app, live in main view, multicam, and fan stream. The games are now available on Google Play, Apple Store, or via PilipinasLive.com. And with that, Aragalan gets that point.
Thank you, Alexis, for that report. Of course, you want to enter the holidays on a good note, right?
That's right. You want to win?
Yeah, it's the last day of November. Bukas December na, pagising natin.
Yep, December 1st.
And F2 wants to, of course, celebrate with a win here against PLDT. And a block by Aragalang ties this game up at 5-all.
The blocking of Aragalang and Abby Marano is now being activated here in this second set. I'm sure they know now the patterns of Davison. It's important that PLDT also remembers to cover.
So far, she's been limited to 1 point here in the second set. Palomata scores.
Legacion targeting and activating Palamata. I mean, when she's in the front row, it's important to utilize her the most because she's the tallest, and it's actually giving F2 a difficult time to play defense.
6-5. Fajardo bumps it. De La Cruz. And Jolina scores.
That's a great swing by Jolina De La Cruz. The block was a little bit late by PLDT.
Similar to what happened in the start of set number 1, no dikit.
That's right.
Another tied game here at 6-all. Legacion goes to Davison.
You can see the set of Legacion a little bit too inside. And you see that the blocking of F2. Let's see that location of the block. You can see Davison with her athleticism. She's actually just avoiding the block there of F2, going for the cross court.
Good serve. Fajardo. Back to De La Cruz. Arado picks it up. Legacion goes back row to Davison.
Wow. I mean, Davison targeting Dawn, their best digger of F2, but just a little too strong for Dawn here. I mean, she's already in the right defensive spot, but too powerful by Davison.
2-point lead for PLDT. Fajardo had to chase. Galang. Outside. F2 will challenge. Let's see. They will get this one. So far, they've been unsuccessful.
In their challenges, yep.
Pero Tobino naman eh, kaya niya.
Tobino, no? Tobino na.
Oo, magkasalikod siya. Ano si Davis? Magpapakaw
Masakit
yan.
tayong nandito. Sino ba mapasa dito?
Huwag na yung pagdamali yung Davison sa macro, huwag kayo magulan.
It's outside, very close though. Galang actually being very aggressive with that back row attack.
Oh, you can hear the respect that they have for Davison even
Yep.
when she's at the back row, right?
Yep.
One more challenge remaining in this set.
12 points on 11 attacks and a block for Savannah Davison. Free ball given up. Easy over, Legacion on the 1-2.
Legacion being crafty. I mean, being an offensive setter here.
And I can see Rhea Di Maculangan smiling as
Yep.
she gives Legacion a round of applause on that play.
That moves there, and Galang was actually not in the right defensive spot.
Inuro ko yan eh.
Yep.
Sabi.
I taught her that in training.
Tobino. A dive by Katindig. Oh, but Dawn looks like she hurt her left arm.
Great read by Dawn. Great swing by Jolina De La Cruz. The block was a little late on this side of PLDT, but yep, Dawn, yeah, her arm.
But she gives our officials a thumbs up. She's okay. You see her stretching it out. F2 down by 3 here in set number 2. Cargo movers can't afford.
Nice serve.
To give up points, and they get another one.
Bump set by Palamata was too tight on the net. Now let's talk about the serving strategy of the PLD, of the F2 logistics. They're constantly targeting Davison, and you see Catharado actually just talking to her and having her regroup.
And the reason for that is to eliminate her.
Yes, and also maybe to tire her as well. That's usually the strategy.
Free ball for F2. Fajardo on the back set to Maranyo. That hits the antenna, another point for F2.
That's a great attack by Abby Maranya, touching the hands of Tobino. See a lack of press by Tobino in that rally.
That hit the antenna, and the lead is down to a point. De La Cruz continues to serve for the Cargo movers. This time it goes to Arado.
Strong serves.
Tobino waits for the ball. Fajardo. Maranyo asked for it, but they went to Pablo. Legacion, back row to Davison. The dig by Galang. De La Cruz will shy from the back. Here comes Royce. Back and forth we go. Fajardo tosses it to Pablo.
Outside. F2 tries to ask for a check ball, but nope. Too wide in that rally. Beautiful exchanges between both squads.
Right intention though for Pablo. Nobody was really there on the side of PLDT in that spot. Palomata will serve 11-9. Fajardo goes to Maranyo. Straight to Samonte. Royce. Outside.
Tobino trying to touch the hands of the block of F2. Lack of wrist action in that rally.
F2 logistics within distance. Maranyo with a serve. Tobino. Galang picks it up. They swing it to the other side. Straight to Arado. Legacion goes back row again to Davison.
Now, even if Davison is still in the back row, Legacion will still activate her. I mean, Tobino has been activated most, but in terms of rest as well, giving Tobino rest, but we have...
And F2 knows it, but Jolina De La Cruz is down on the floor in pain. And Mars Alba worried. Let's see what happened in that play. That is a non-contact injury right there for Jolina De La Cruz. Clutching onto her right leg. And you can see she is in pain. And she will be brought out of the court. We hope that Jolina De La Cruz will be fine. And you hate to see that, Jamie. You hate to see a player go down. It's their last game of the conference. They are looking forward to recovering, to resting. And of course, the players worried as well. But De La Cruz has been great for F2 this entire conference.
Definitely.
She will head out. Ivy Laxina checks back in. We'll probably get an update later on Jolina De La Cruz. Meanwhile, play continues. PLDT is up by 2 points. Legacion will serve. They go to Davison. That's going to be...
Stepping.
Yep. Admitting to that one.
Serving 12. Serving for F2 Logistics, Kim Fajardo.
11 serving 12 here in set number 2. Fajardo with a serve. Legacion had to chase that one. Tobino. Saved by Ivy. It's going to be a free ball for PLDT. Legacion a bit close to the net. F2 picks it up. Katindig bumps it. Galang. Too long.
Galang trying to go for that corner pocket of zone 1. That is her specialty. Just a lack of wrist action in that rally.
We reach this technical timeout. PLDT up by 2. Back inside the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig, you're still watching the PVL second All-Filipino Conference. Down to our last match of the day, F2 against PLDT, the high-speed hitters taking set number 1. And here in the second set, they're up by 2 points. PLDT hoping to rack up the wins in their last 2 games and hope for losses on the other teams remaining in contention. That's Petrogas and Signal fighting for the 4th spot still.
That's right, and on the side of F2, they just want to end on a high note. This is their last match, and They are doing a great job. It's a very close battle in the second set.
It's going to be tough for them, though. They've been, of course, you saw Jolina de la Cruz go down a while ago. And also, we know that some of their players are already injured, recovering.
That's right.
It's up to the players on the floor.
Everyone has to step up
Yeah.
now. Yep. Wow.
Davison continues to score for PLDT. She's got 14.
Wow.
So effortless.
I know, and I'm just in awe with her approach, with her attack, just towering over the block of F2. Athleticism, everything is there. An
Yeah.
all-around gem, I said in the pre-game.
And this is her first conference,
Wow.
by the
Yep.
way. PLDT has a gem in Savannah Davison. Meanwhile, Aragalang has really picked up her rhythm
Yep.
the past couple of games for F2.
Peak form here. Aragalang going for that cross-court attack in the last rally.
Jay Baron serving for F2, 13-14. Legacion goes to Samonte. It's short. But there was a block, actually.
Yep. Now let's see if F2 will call a challenge. Nope.
15-13.
Back to a 2-point lead for PLDT. They were up by 2 after that technical timeout. Samonte serves.
Nice serve.
Fajardo goes to Maranyo. Palomata was lost for a bit. As we get this update from Alexis Tinsay. Alexis?
Dip and Jamie, we saw just a few moments ago an unfortunate event for Jolina de la Cruz, who had a non-contact ball as her ankle slipped on the floor. Medics are inside the F2 logistics dugout as Jolina was escorted out, wailing in pain, but she still can't pinpoint where it's coming from. As of the moment, the management, physical therapists, and Phil Sports Arena emergency medics are assessing if she needs to be escorted out in the arena or will remain rested in the team's holding area. We hope for a fast recovery for Jolina. Back to you, Jamie.
Thank you, Alexis, for that update on Jolina de la Cruz. It's actually her ankle,
Yeah,
as
okay.
mentioned to us, but it's hard. I mean, the adrenaline is there.
Yeah.
You're playing at a high level and then you feel pain. It's hard to pinpoint saan ba nanggagaling yung sakit.
Where it's coming from, exactly.
But at least she's getting the treatment right now. We hope that she will be okay. Meanwhile, F2 trailing by 3 here in set number 2 after that attack error. And Coach Regine Diego will call for time.
Masyado mabilis yung pasa mo. Relax lang. Okay, 4 counts tayo. Four counts tayo dito sa open. 4 counts sa timing tayo. Drop ball ay papunta sa iyo. Papunta doon. Understand? Dito, ito ka araw. Ito ka ng malakas na pag-ball.
Bola ba? Biseng, let's go. Tara. Ito ang magandang pasa. Papalo kami. Papalo kami.
Get access to the second All-Filipino Conference of the Premier Volleyball League live and in HD on One Sports Plus, plus more premium channels for the whole family when you switch to Signal Postpaid. Subscribe to Plan 520 and enjoy 3 free months with no cash out. Call 88555 or visit your nearest Signal dealer. Back to the action we go. We saw Rex Nital, our analyst from the previous game, and also Mr. Ricky Palu of Sports Vision.
Serving 17. Serving for F2 Logistics, Ivy Laksina.
3-point game here. You heard the timeout a while ago. Sabi nila, Jamie, that they have to get their timing here in this game.
That's right, Coach Reg, talking about the pass. It's a little bit too fast. I mean, especially in these moments, you don't want to rush the offense because you might actually make more mistakes than needed. Wow.
Palomata scoring that one. You mentioned about the 4 counts. Is that like a standard thing here or kanya-kanya timing ba yan?
Yep, it's their system in terms of the count right before the serve actually goes to you. There's a specific count. And with theirs, I guess it's a 4.
Yeah.
A 4-second count.
So while you're playing,
Different.
mentally, no, iniisip mo rin
Yes.
yun. You're thinking about the timing.
Each team dip actually has a different strategy when it comes to receiving, and theirs is the 4-second count. Sometimes others have a 3-second count. It just depends on your system.
F2 responds. They're down by 2. Reyes. Picked up by Galang. Fajardo upset. Pablo. PLDT will attack. Tobino. F2 saves it. Fajardo. Free ball given up. Legacion. Goes back to Royce. Sent back. Third try for PLDT. That one read perfectly by Maranyo. Here comes Tobino again.
Wow. Tobino, I can feel her exhale after that rally, targeting that sharp cross-court attack.
And good adjustment. She saw where F2 was going on her recent attacks.
That's right, that's right. Going for that cross-court attack, sharp cross-court. Miscue between Abby Maranyo and Myla Pablo.
Right. Fajardo goes back to Pablo. Roofed. They go back row this time to Laxina, and Legacion pops it up. Tobino again. And Laxina, no!
Wow.
She won't score because Davison was
course.
able to get that one.
Of course, in the back row.
Combination. PLDT will attack. Oh! Setback. That was Pablo and Baron covering that one.
Yep, it looked like, they read it early with that back quick attack by Mika Reyes. But great hustle on the side of Davison.
Yeah, that was a good save, extending that rally. Legacion goes back row again to Davison.
Wow.
And Baron blocks that one.
It's the first kill block we've seen on the side of F2 when it comes to the back row attack of Davison.
And just like that, they cut the lead down to 1. 18-19. Legacion back sets. Samonte is rejected. Somebody touched the net though on the
Myla Pablo.
yellow side.
Lucky point there for the PLDT high-speed hitters. We have Viola Ceballos in to serve for Royce Tobino.
20-18 here in set number 2. Just a 2-point lead for the high-speed hitters. Ceballos will be tasked to serve for PLDT. Pardo back sets to Pablo. Davison was there to cover. Galang!
Wow. Galang targeting the corner pocket of zone 5. You know, this is the pattern that we've seen in her attacks. Going for that long ball, no defense found on the side of PLDT. Arado actually a little crunched up with the 10-foot line.
19-20. Pablo serves for F2. Good short serve. Legacion goes to Davison. Medyo bitin. Oh! And Reyes getting out of the way. Nobody getting that second ball.
See confusion actually on the side of PLDT.
We are tied at 20 all. This is a better set for F2.
That's right.
Pablo continues to serve for the cargo movers. Legacion goes to Reyes. Pablo with a dig. But Galang miscalculating.
Yep. Costly error on the side of F2. That's a great swing by Mika Reyes on that quick attack. See the insertion of Legacion dip. I mean, really activating her middles.
It's hard to read, no, where she
Yep.
will go because she's been trying to distribute it evenly.
Yes, yes. And they're also used to the system of Rhea, right? So they have to understand that Legacion adds a flair, a new style to her squad. Let's see that replay.
Laxina getting her 3rd point of the match.
Combination play
ties the game up at 21 all. Alvarez set to check in to serve for F2, replacing Majoy Baron.
Serving for F2, Shona Alvarez.
21 all here in set number 2.
Nice serve.
Legacion goes to Davison. Wide on the attack.
Too strong on the side of Davison. Little too wide, actually, but that's a beautiful set by Legacion.
And F2 overtakes PLDT, which prompts Coach Ral Ricafort to call for time.
Break lang ang momentum. Baka ipilit ulit sa gitna niya. Dalawa niya lang. Pag mataas ulit sa chance ko, pwede natin din. Ba, one up lang. Okay. Cut na agad, cut na agad.
Eh, receive kami maayos sa likod ha. Palo kay Sara, palo Sara. Galili!
Download Pilipinas Live and get free 7-day premium access. Enjoy the NBA, PBA, UAAP, and the PVL along with highlights, updates, and original programs.
Shona Alvarez.
Meanwhile, F2 Logistics up by 1 here at the latter part of set number 2. Alvarez continues to serve.
Serve.
Legacion goes back to Davison. F2 gets to that ball and sends it over. Legacion goes back to Savannah, and that is inside.
Take a look at her lead, the approach. I mean, also the location of the set of Legacion. It's near the antenna, just the way she likes it, allowing Davison go for that down the line. Perfect location of the set.
Tied at 22 all. Samonte will serve for PLDT.
Nice serve.
Alvarez, Fajardo to Laxina. And that is a point for F2.
Oh, F2 needed that side out. Smart play by Ivy Laxina off the block of PLDT. See that replay. Nothing too fancy, nothing too flashy in that attack by Ivy Laxina, but great spot.
Galang will serve.
Nice serve.
Legacion goes to Davison again. Picked up by CJ Sagawu. And another point for F2 Logistics, and they are first to the set point.
Now you see the F2 cargo movers easily reading the offense of the PLDT high-speed hitters.
Huge points for Ivy Laxina.
Yep.
After coming back in this set. She only scored 1 in the first set and now has 5. But Davison gives PLDT a point.
Touching the hands of Abby Marano in that rally. But now, Davison is now in the back row, so do expect Legacion maybe going for a back row attack. Because we've seen that happen multiple times.
The first things first, serve has to go in. Fajardo tosses it, Laxina. Unable to finish just yet. They go back to Ivy. Blocked. Chance here for PLDT. Legacion goes to Palomata.
Talk about bravery by Legacion. Taking that risk and setting Palomata on an 8-brick attack, especially when Abby Marano is in the front row.
Look at that.
And Ivy as well. I mean, twin towers here for F2, but taking that risk and Palomata targeting that block.
2 set points saved by PLDT. Laxina gives F2 the lead once again.
Laxina targeting that down the line. Davison read that a little bit too late in that rally. Touching the hands of Legacion.
Laxina catching fire here in set number 2, where she has scored 5 points.
Serving for the set, Ivy Laxina.
Joy Dacoron now on the floor. All-important serve for Laxina. They're up by 1. 25-24. Samonte gets to that. Legacion. Close to the net. Tobino. Picked up by F2. Pablo. Oh, Savannah getting a touch. Royce. Fajardo to Pablo. F2. Unable to take advantage. Savannah from the back. Just to the net. Oh, what a rally.
Nice
Royce. Couldn't get up there. Dacoron, no. Palumata. What a rally for both teams.
Beautiful exchanges between both squads. The ball did not drop. Beautiful defense. Take a look at the dive, sacrificing your body, but Legashon constantly giving Palamata that quick attack.
Yeah.
Smart plays. I have to give it to Legashon. The strategy of her sets just really fooling the defense of F2.
F2 had the chances, just couldn't put it away. Morente inserted.
That point by PLDT felt like they won that set, but it's only 25 all.
We are at another deadlock here in set number 2.
Nice serve.
Fajardo goes to Maraño.
A little too low.
The bump by Abby. To Pablo. Dug up by Morente. Here comes Tobino. Saved by Ivy. Pablo on the attack. Morente again with a save. Davison.
Wow.
She has been scoring from the back.
Let's not neglect the beautiful defense by Michelle Morente. I did say this earlier, do expect when Davison is in the back row, Legashon will constantly feed her the ball.
Her dad and boyfriend happy.
Yep.
Jamie, she scored 9 in set number 1. 9 also here in set number 2 for a total of 18 points. Chance for PLDT. The 1-2 play for Legashon.
Talk about veteran moves by Legashon. And dip to think this is her first match in which she started, but having that bench setter. Take a look at this and see she peeked first where the defense was.
Oh, gutsy move for Ange Legashon. Making the right decision on that one. And PLDT comes from behind as they take a 2-set lead here over F2 Logistics. New streaming experiences also await via the Pilipinas Live app, available for Filipinos everywhere. Download and subscribe now for only 149 pesos. An extended set number 2, PLDT was down 22-24 before they stormed back and then eventually getting that set over F2.
That's right. Talk about a collaborative effort on the side of PLDT. But I have to give credit to Legacion for just setting the right person at the right time. Great strategy of activating not only her middle blockers early on, but all throughout the second set. And also towards the end of that second set, you saw beautiful defense on the side of Michelle Morenta, who went in to serve. Now, on the side of the F2 cargo movers, they're having a difficult time getting that side out right away. We've seen in their previous matches that they have a difficult time in terms of the end game. They were ahead in the second set. As we see the set 2 stacks, you see the attacks almost the same, 15 on the side of F2 and 17 on the side of PLDT. But you see the blocks, there was actually more blocks on the side of F2, but they had more errors in the second set.
Right. And you see the disparity in terms of the numbers there for F2. They actually did well despite one of their players going down. Angelina De La Cruz. Right now, PLDT high-speed hitters looking good after 2 sets as they lead this one over F2 Logistics. We welcome you all to set number 3 here inside the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig for our final match this Thursday. Dip Bianco with Jamie La Victoria on call for this match, and Alexis Tinsay is our courtside reporter. We are nearing the end of our elimination round before we move on to the semifinals. So only one team remaining to complete the cast in the semis. And we know that in the running still is our Signal, Petrogas, and PLDT.
That's right, and Signal has one more game against Jerflor. PLDT has one more match against the Petrogas Angels, so it could be anyone's game.
Oh, look at this key stat here, Jamie, in this match for Kath Arado versus F2.
That's right, wow. Well, Kath Arado alone has 20 excellent digs, and F2 has a total of 20 digs. Now, Kath Arado, whether it's digging or receiving, she also is a born leader. I mentioned this in the pregame earlier. She really talks to her teammates. There was a time in the second set where Davison was constantly fed the serves and heavy serves, and she was having a difficult time, and I saw Kath Arado actually just talk to her. And those are the small things that people don't see on the court, and Kath Arado just being that leader in the back row.
So safe to say Kath is okay.
Yes.
She is doing well.
She's doing just fine.
But excellent digs.
That's right. Take a look at Jules Samonte powering through the block of F2. Happy for Jules Samonte, you know, given this opportunity to play and doing a great job as well.
Too long on that serve.
Serving for F2, Myla
And it's a tied game here in set number 3. Pablo will serve for F2.
Nice serve.
Legacion goes to Reyes. Picked up by Katindig. Pablo from the back. Yes!
Myla Pablo targeting zone 5. Kath Arado was almost there. She just needed to step a little bit more to her left.
Yeah.
She actually moved.
Opposite, no?
Yep.
F2 takes the lead. Legacion. Oh, Arado was right there to save that one for PLDT, but Laxina puts it away.
Now that is a beautiful combination play by Kath. I mean, I think we need more of that. We need more variety on the side of F2 to just switch it up. Take a look at that combination play. Jules Samonte and Mika Reyes actually pulled in that rally.
Well, you want that though from your libero already.
Yes, yes.
To cover for you. Tobino sends it to Davison. Fajardo able to save. Katindig on the bump.
A little too tight.
Laxina again. Caught got Rado flat-footed as we hear this report from Alexis Tinsay.
Dip and Jamie for the PLDT high-speed hitters. Mika Reyes and her team is riding the wave of hope and optimism, drawing inspiration not just from their past victories, but also from the stellar stats her teammates churn out, powering through those intense 5-set matches, despite not having the end game to themselves. For this second to the last match, they sliced through each movement, scouting and dissecting each F2 player with laser focus. For Mika, with two teammates sideline clinching this win becomes a rallying call. It's the moment for everyone to step up and showcase the relentless prowess PLDT can unleash until the final whistle blows. This report is brought to you by the Pilipinas Live app. Get the most extensive PVL coverage in just one app. Live in main view, multicam, and fan stream. The games are now available on Google Play, Apple Store, or via PilipinasLive.com. And with that, as said, Mika Reyes serves the ball.
Thank you, Alexis, for that report. Well, that's what you need, right, if you're PLDT. You bank on your hope, rely on yourselves to try and just win the games.
That's right, Tim.
2 more remaining matches for PLDT. And you see Ray Mark Wu, the husband of CJ Saga Wu, watching, supporting F2.
7:34 now serving Manjoy Baron.
It's a 3-point lead right now for F2 Logistics.
Nice serve.
Samonte. Fajardo back sets.
Half actually going a little crafty with that back row attack.
F2 challenging that play. Oh, you're right. CAF was being creative on that one. Pablo doesn't want that attack to go to waste as they challenge this one.
Wag lang kayo mauna dito. So, opposite. Nauna kayo nag-check out. Dito rin. Sa akin din siya ang dito.
No block touch. Adds another timeout for F2 as well.
The challenge is unsuccessful.
Oh, that's pretty clear on that replay.
F2 Logistics still has one more challenge remaining in the set.
F2 has one challenge remaining as Jules Samonte serves for PLDT 5-7.
Nice serve.
They go to Laxina. Rejected. And that's 4 touches.
Now you actually see the block of PLDT activated in that rally. Laxina had a few killed points in the second set. Now Palamasa is definitely making sure that none of her attacks will get by.
PLDT cuts the lead down to 1. Fajardo goes to Galang. Arado bumps it. And that is wide for Davison.
Trying to go for that sharp cross-court attack. Just a little overcooked in that rally by Davison.
Now serving for the cargo movers, Aragana.
Galang serves for F2. That's an ace for Aragalang.
With the help of the net. Actually, the back of Legashon was turned away from that serve. Let's see that replay. See exactly where the ball dropped. Yeah, near Legashon. Nice serve.
Fajardo tosses it. Laxina. F2 scrambling, but to no avail.
Great hustle on the side of F2. This setup cap was a little too tight on the net to attack. Laxina was already trapped in that rally. A great hustle by Laxina as well.
Seven serving 9 here in the third set. Fajardo goes to Laxina. Picked up by Davison. Tobino on the attack. Popped up by Galang. And Tobino goes back to the same spot.
Veteran moves by Royce Tobino. Overpassed by Aragalang.
And nobody home for F2 Logistics. Savannah serves. She's got 19 points. Make that 20 after that ace.
Davison targeting Myla Pablo, actually. Aragalang talking to her squad, trying to regroup here.
Biglang nahulog.
Yep, actually, the service to Ivy Laxina.
9-all. This time it's short.
10 serving 9.
F2 Logistics are up by a point here in set number 3. Ivy Laxina showed up in set number 2, but just not enough for F2 to get that set. Maraño picked up by Arado. Same with Ivy, she picks it up. Galang from the back, way out.
Just a lack of risk action in that rally by Aragalang. And do expect Legashawn to feed Davison as well. She's now in the back row.
Nice to have that option still, right?
Yes. A lot of weapons in the front row and back row.
Just at the net. It's with the black shirts. Tobino. Straight to Laxina. Fajardo goes to Maraño. Davison was there. Legashawn goes to Royce.
Wow.
Finding the spot.
That's what you call vet moves by Royce Tobino. Legashawn also giving her that opportunity to score. See, Legashawn, well, actually, the block of F2 thought that Legashawn was going to Mika Reyes for that big quick attack, but me completely fooling the block of F2.
PLDT takes the lead. Pablo answering back. It ties the game up at 11-all.
Smart play, Calf going to the left pin. See, Legashawn is in the front row, maximizing on her height there.
Maraño serves.
Serve.
Legashawn goes back to Royce. That's still playable. Galang able to save it. Davison pops it up. Tobino. Maraño ups it. Here comes Pablo on the approach. Samonte able to get to that one. Free ball for F2. They go to Pablo on the off speed.
Smart play. Myla Pablo adding variety to her attacks. Going for that cross court, that down the line, but going for that off-speed kill and just fooling the defense. Fooling Kat Arado, actually.
It takes a lot of effort to fool Kat Arado. We mentioned the number of digs a while ago. Halos pareho lang itong si Arado with the whole of F2.
Right. 20 already.
Pardo goes back row to Laxina. That's a foot fault.
Foot fault and an outside attack by Ivy Laxina.
PLDT. High-speed hitters or?
Cheer dance. I mean, it's on Saturday. They're prepping for that as well, I guess.
High-speed movers.
Yep.
Pwede ba yun? That one, an error as we get to this technical timeout. F2 up by 1.
Jump.
Boost your watch list this November with Signal's Quick Boost. Enjoy more channels with no extra fees. Just load your prepaid box with loads 300 to 600 or pay your postpaid bill. We are back inside the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig. The match at hand, F2 Logistics looking to end their conference with a win over the PLDT high-speed hitters, who don't want to go away just yet in this tournament. And this woman responsible for 20 of PLDT's points. She's coming off a 31-point game.
And 18 excellent receptions.
Right.
That all-around open spiker. I mean, you see, I remember covering her first game. You can see that she was still adjusting to the system of, you know, moving to a new country, and you can see that she's adjusted to the system and has found a home in PLDT.
High free ball given up. Here comes Samonte. Saved by Laxina. Here comes Galang on the attack.
Outside. See Galang trying to target that corner pocket, the zone 5. Just a little overcooked in that rally.
All here in set number 3.
For PLDT, Royce Tubino.
Royce Tubino serves for the high-speed hitters.
Nice receive.
Fajardo to Galang. Sent back by Mika Reyes. Another one. And this time it's a point.
Have to give credit to Mika Reyes for reading that combination play by the F2 cargo movers. I mean, it's easy to say that Mika Reyes has been silent this third set, but she's really doing her job of being a middle blocker.
Right.
And that is the main goal of a middle blocker, is to really just block and not always get those points.
That's only her first point, but then you can feel her effect on the court.
And just the timing as well.
Samonte. There's a violation on the part of F2. And PLDT ups the lead to 2.
It's a great swing by Jules Samonte, just fooling the block of F2.
Substitution for
Check out that replay where F2 committed the violation. Ethan Arce checks in.
Yes.
To replace Majoy Baron.
Nice receive.
Going outside.
Yep. A little too wide. Lots of wrist action in that rally.
Lead continues to increase for PLDT. They're now up by 3. 16-13. Fajardo looks at her players. Arce unable to connect.
See a miscue between Kaf and Arce. We see Majoy Baron now fielded in. Sometimes it's very risky, Dib, when you add a different substitution. It can either help your squad or do the opposite.
Right, and she was a bit too cold coming off the bench as we listen in to F2's huddle.
Pag nag-play tayo, hindi pwedeng sa kamay, di ba? Yun lang, may pasa naman tayo, hindi na tayo makapag-atake. Atake tayo isa. Walang problema sa atake, may problema natin. Buntos lang tayo. Next point, next point. Next point.
Download Pilipinas Live and get free 7-day premium access. Enjoy the NBA, PBA, UAAP, and the PVL along with highlights, updates, and original programs. 4-point game. F2 Logistics calling that timeout. Trying to prevent the high-speed hitters from pulling away on this one.
Nice serve.
Fajardo opposite to Galang. Good response.
Now that's a combination play that F2 has been wanting to be successful in. See the block of PLDT completely fooled in that rally. F2 slowly trailing behind. Now let's see if PLDT can pull away. Now these are the unforced errors that actually halt the momentum of your squad.
They don't need any of that here at this point of the match. 4-point lead for PLDT as Mika Reyes serves. Fardo goes to Galang.
It's a combination play. You actually see the set not near the antenna. That's a cuatro set by CAF. Let's see that location of the set. Usually the set is near the antenna, but I mean, completely fooling the defense of PLDT.
10 points now for Aragalang. Baron will serve. Legacion, back set, Samonte. Straight to CAF. Majoy will bump it to Galang. It's now with PLDT. Here comes Davison. Galang again with the approach. Exchange of blows. Samonte blocked.
Kill block on the side of the F2 cargo movers. Maranyo and Laxina just timing that perfectly. No coverage on the side of PLDT.
Back-to-back points for the cargo movers. It's 16, serving 18. Legacion back sets.
There we go. Samonte, that is the target, the cross-court attack that she has been successful in. Great swing by Jules Samonte.
9 points now for Jules Samonte, who did not see action in their last game, but started this one.
I mean, you got to give credit to Legacion and Samonte. This is the first time that they're playing an entire match.
Oh, yeah. From the back, chance for F2 to work with this. That's always tough when you can't see, you don't know where the ball is.
Yep, that's right. Miscommunication there by the high-speed hitters. And normally when those moments occur, it could usually be the middle blocker who can get it, but you know, you really have to communicate this yourself on who will get it.
Mars Alba replaces Kim Fajardo. Their team down by 2. Legacion tosses it to Davison.
Wow. You can just hear the impact of the ball on her hand. Talk about wrist action. And Dawn is actually there most of the time, but the attack of Davison is just too powerful.
So sharp.
Super sharp.
Back at the service line with a 3-point lead. Laxina, no blocker present.
Beautiful receive by Wu. Beautiful jump set by Mars Alba. Targeting that cross-court attack. So we've seen the trend actually dip when it comes to the score. F2 slowly creeping in. Now it's really a test for PLDT if they want to lock this win in 3 sets.
Nothing to lose here for F2 at this point. Alba goes to Pablo, the wind-up. Picked up by Arado. Legacion goes to Palomata. Naibalik. Katindig with a dive. Maranyo saved by Davison. It's back with the yellow shirts. Abby again. And finally, it drops.
Abby Maranyo finishing it off with that swipe, a quick attack. Let's see that replay. Smart play. Jules Samantha was almost there in that rally. See their captain fired up.
1-point game. Laxina will serve for F2. Lakas.
See quite a few costly errors here, missed serves. See Michelle Morente now fielded in, serving specialist. She went in the second set, played beautiful defense.
Right, that was crucial actually.
Very crucial.
Insertion of Mitch Morente in the second set.
Nice serve.
Alba goes to Pablo. Naibalik.
Talk about the insertion of Legasyon in this entire match. Just her vibe as well. She's always smiling and just allowing her spikers to shine. That's really the main objective of a setter.
Doing such a great job of being the setter for PLDT without Rhea de Maculangan. Fernandez. Tobino. Saved by F2. It's back with PLDT. Legasyon to Royce.
That touch by Royce Tobino. It's very obvious one at that. The set width of Legasyon was a little too tight for Tobino.
Now serving for F2 Logistics, Abby Maranyo.
F2 still in the game. They're only down by 2 points. The captain serves for the Cargo Movers. Good read.
Yep.
By Savannah Davison, but challenge will be called by F2. Ball in, ball out is what they will contest.
Now, if the serve is outside, this is the third costly missed serve we've seen from F2.
But there's been a lot of close games for F2
Yep.
in this conference. Their last one being one of the closest, where they lost to Cherry Tigo in 5 sets. You covered that one, Jamie.
I covered that one. It was very intense. We saw glimpses of greatness by Aragalang. I did mention this in the pregame. Peak form, but when it comes to endgame, that is where they have difficulty.
They were at 4-2 record at one point before they lost the next 4. Baron easily blocks that one.
That is the second kill block by Baron. Coming from Davison. Read that easily.
Galang and Fajardo will check back in. Two-point lead for PLDT. It's 21 serving 23 here in the third set. Legasyon, who will she go to? Tobino is the recipient. But that gives F2 another point.
See F2, Tobino rather, a little frustrated with herself in that rally, trying to go for that cross-court attack.
It's been a tough night for her.
Yes.
Hasn't really had the lift. Legasyon continues to give it to her. And goes back to Royce. Same result. And F2 ties this one up at 23 all.
See the offense easily read by the F2 Cargo Movers. Keep in mind that Legasyon actually still has 3 spikers. You still have Samonte and Mika Reyes in the front. And Davison.
At the back.
Yep.
Crucial.
It's a very crucial moment.
Legasyon goes to Samonte.
It's inside. That's a great swing by Jules Samonte, targeting the corner pocket of Zone 1.
That finds the line. And PLDT is now at match point after that one. And Jules Samonte smiling after that play. Why not?
Yep.
PLDT on the verge of winning this one in straight sets. Ceballos set to serve. Oh, Ivy went for that one. Baron, chance here for PLDT. Legasyon. Davison for the finish. The high-speed hitters keep their hopes alive, ending their 3-game losing skid and beating F2 in straight sets.
Gotta give it to the girl that has had the hot hands the entire match. Davison is in the front row. Smart play by Legasyon.
We'll be back to wrap this one up here on Pilipinas Live and One Sports. Relive this game and all PVL games anytime, anywhere on the Pilipinas Live app. Available for Filipinos everywhere. Download and subscribe now for 149 pesos. And the game just finished, PLDT winning in straight sets. Our very own Alexis Tinsay is with our best player of the game. Go ahead, Alexis.
Dip and Jamie here with me is player of the game, none other than Ange Legacion of the PLDT high-speed hitters with 18 excellent sets, 4 points, 3 attacks, and 1 block. Congratulations, Ange. And Ange, it's your first ever match as a starting setter and your crucial decision-making throughout the sets. Kitang-kita namin, anong pakiramdam sa pagkanalo nyo today?
Siyempre, masaya. Hindi rin naman talaga in-expect na ito dahil sobrang pinagandaan namin sa maikling panahon lang.
At sa maikling panahon na yun, nakapag-adjust kayo at nabigay nyo ang lahat. Secondly, for those last points of the match, especially in set number 3, dikit yung puntos. Paano mo nakuha yung panapos?
Siyempre, teamwork yun. Bago pa naman din matapos yung game, sa training, pinag-aralan namin yung endgame talaga. Yung mga crucial sets, ganyan. Tapos, siyempre, nag-usap-usap kami kung paano namin ipapanalo yung sets na yun.
At talagang matagal nyo hinangad tong endgame na to at nakuha nyo yun in 3 straight sets. May gusto ka bang batiin, Ange?
Siyempre, pinabati ko rin po yung family ko, Legacion family, Daluway, Lugid, and Moral. Then, binabati ko rin yung mga babies ko, si Ate Aya, then si Baby Life po. Tapos, siyempre, binabati ko rin yung PLDT management.
And with that, congratulations again, Ange, to the rest of the PLDT high-speed hitters. It was your time to shine, and now it's time to celebrate. With that, we have more exciting upcoming matches. We'll see you on Saturday in Iloilo City. Back to the panel.
Thank you, Alexis. And there you have it. Ange Legacion, ang ganda ng mga desisyon in this match. Playmaking for PLDT as if she's been the starting setter all this time for the high-speed hitters.
That's right, and to think this is the first time she's played an entire match. Great production, just setting the right person at the right time. Palamata, Davison, Samonte. I mean, talk about veteran moves by Legacion. Now, on the side of F2, this is where they have trouble in terms of the end game, right? And they need to go back to the drawing board and be prepared for the next conference.
Right, and we hope that their players recover well during the holidays in preparation for the next one. PLDT will have one more game, and also they will watch Petrogas and Signal closely in their remaining matches. But what a straight set win for the high-speed hitters on this one.
That's right. This is a confidence booster for their squad. They have one more match if they don't make it to the semi. So this is the PLDT high-speed hitters ending on a high note. As we see the match stats, in terms of attacks, almost the same, 41 on the side of F2 and 39 on the side of PLDT. Now, the number that struck out to me is the 27 airs on the side of F2. That is what was hindering them from winning this game.
Right, and PLDT knows that they can count on their other players with Erica Santos and Dre Democolangan sitting this one out. Ange Legacion and Jules Samonte stepping up to the plate as we take a look at the updated team standings after this game day.
We have the Creamline Cool Smashers, the Chocomucho Flying Titans, and the Cherry Tigo crossovers that sealed the deal and the semis. Now we're just waiting for that 4th spot. It could be Signal, Petrogas, and PLDT.
Sa points magkakatalo, no? Pag nagkaroon ng tiebreaker in terms of the standings. So we will all have to wait and watch all the remaining games of these teams in the elimination round. As the games continue, we fly to Iloilo City this Saturday, December 2 at the University of San Agustin Gym. It will be the next led Chameleons going up against the Farm Fresh Foxies. And then the big one, Cherry Tigo Crossovers will face the Chocomucho Flying Titans. That doubleheader happening this Saturday in Iloilo. And that does it for our coverage this Thursday. On behalf of our courtside reporter Alexis Tinsay, my partner Jamie Lavitoria, my name is Dip Bianco, saying thank you for watching the PVL 2nd All-Filipino Conference. This is the heart of volleyball.
Stop.